Hey guys, it's your girl Q. I get so many questions about what should I eat to be healthy and to lose weight. Everyone always tells you what you cannot eat. Like, you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. You don't want too much fat in your diet, you don't want carbs in your diet, you don't want sugar in your diet. And it's just like, damn, what can I eat? And it seems like it comes down to you can have lots of water. When I first started losing weight, at first when I had all these failed diet attempts, I would be eating food I really didn't like, thinking this is what equals weight loss. I can't, eat what I want to eat because that's the reason why I am the way I am. Like I said before in all my last videos, you have to eat what you like. What you want to try to make it is a lifestyle change, and to do that, you really have to coordinate stuff into your diet, into what you're eating daily, stuff that you actually eat and that you can see yourself eating when you're off the diet. If you sit there and you eat the foods that it's going to make you healthier and to lose weight, if you like them or not, and then once you reach goal, like I've done, you eat what you really want to eat, you're gonna gain it all back. That's what happens. And when people go on a diet, they think they have to buy diet food. You don't have to buy diet food. You just have to find the food that has lower calories, lower fat. So don't think you have to go and say, if it doesn't say diet this, I can't have it. Because most of the food in the market doesn't say diet whatever. So unless it's diet soda, of course. You can still have what you want, but just substitute it for healthier choices. Have whatever you want, but just in smaller proportions. When you go shopping, most people, well, if you're on a diet and you're being, health conscious, you're gonna look at the label and see how much calories are in it, how much fat, all this stuff. People don't understand that there's a serving size up there. And the serving size, especially when you're buying like crackers and chips, is probably like 15 to 20 max of crackers and chips you can have. But you gotta ask yourself, can I really just eat 15 or 20 chips? And even if you buy the 100-calorie baggy things that I tell everyone to get the little Ziploc bags, can you really just have one and not go back in there and get 3 bags? Because the proportion size is a lot smaller than the size you've been eating before you started eating healthier. So you really have to check yourself on that. My suggestion would be for you to buy the foods that you want to eat that you can control. Because for me right now, I cannot have Pepper One bars, I can't have granola bars, and these are even healthier stuff. What I do is I just don't buy it. But once I have self-control and I know that I'm not going to mess up, then I can reintroduce them back into my diet. But until then, you can't freaking have it. It's just as simple as that. You shouldn't have stuff in your house that you know you're not going to be able to resist. Because, if you live with other people, that's another issue. But if you live by yourself, you shouldn't be buying cake and leaving it on the table and being like, I'm on a diet, I'm gonna be good. It's not gonna happen. You already know it's not gonna happen, because before you bought that cake, you know you shouldn't have bought it. So it's just kind of like, go with your first intuition. If you know, like, hey, this is, these baked chips, I cannot have this bag of baked chips because I know I'm gonna eat them all, don't buy them. Leave them at the store. Don't bring them home with you, because when they're at home, they're available for your indulging. Try to substitute as much as you can. Like, if you're still drinking whole milk is not bad. It's not bad for you, but you shouldn't be having cups and cups and cups and cups and cups a day. Like, you're not an infant. You don't need that much milk in a day. And even with eggs and stuff, if you like eggs in the morning, try to do 1 egg and then switch it up with egg substitutes or egg whites. There's so much stuff you can do to kind of chop down the calorie count to be in that area that you need to be in to lose weight. People like bagels and like to put cream cheese on their bagels. Bagels are bad, I know, 300 calories, but they have the new ones that just has the slices, like the tops and the bottoms, and doesn't have the filling. You can have that. You can have, the fat-free cream cheese. The same thing with like cheese, yogurts. Get the stuff that's made with 1% milk or that was made with fat-free whatever. They have the fat-free creamer. They have sugar-free ones. There's a lot of different options out there, especially in the morning time when you want some coffee or whatever. You can definitely substitute. Substituting is key. Go with the baked chips, and they even have fat-free Pringles, even though they're like $2.60. It is fat-free. A lot of the healthy stuff are more expensive, which doesn't make any freaking sense. But you have to do what you have to do. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice, pay the extra $1. And you can have popcorn. That's what I would do for sweet and salty. They have the sweet and salty popcorn, but 94% fat-free. Don't just get the regular movie theater popcorn, because that is so bad for you, just as bad as having freaking Doritos, seriously. But you can have baked Doritos, which is not the real, Doritos and Funyuns and all that great stuff. For cake, if you have to do cake, you could do angel cake. I don't think you should probably stay away from stuff like that you're gonna probably cheat on because of all the ice and the frosting. I would try to stay away from it, but if you have to do cake, then you should probably try to do angel cake. Olive oil when you're cooking, don't use flour, you know, bake it. You can cook on the grill. Like the grill is like your friend. If you can cook on the grill, please go cook on the grill. When it comes down to meat, you can substitute your meat. If you want a hamburger, you can have a turkey burger. If you want a hot dog, you can have a turkey dog. Prepare and cook the same exact way, just not fried. I think it's even better to make that transition to substituting foods because you can get everybody in your house involved as long as you're gradually introducing it. Like you're not going from whole milk to skim milk and people are like, what are you doing to me? You're trying to freaking kill me. At first, I'm like, I don't like spinach. I hate spinach. Spinach is like the most nastiest thing in the world. I will never eat spinach. And then I tried some spinach and I was like, this is pretty, you know, this is pretty decent. And now I eat like bowls of spinach. And I have all that stuff in my teeth and I look crazy, but it's not that bad. The same thing with salad. A lot of people will go and buy the salad that comes in a bag, the iceberg lettuce one. And that's what they'll be like, oh, I hate salad. It's so disgusting. Why don't you try different lettuce? There's different lettuce that you can try that probably will make your salad taste better. Even with fruits and vegetables, you may not even know that you like a certain type of fruit or vegetable until you try it. Doesn't that sound kind of like, you know, 1, 2, 3? But freaking try it, open up your eyes, you know, in your mouth, in your taste buds, and figure out what you like and what you don't like. You cannot have diet soda if you're on a diet. You cannot drink it. It's gonna make you bloated, has so much sodium, XYZ. I get that. I really do get that. But I'm gonna say this. If it helps you get through the day, why not? It may not be the best thing for you yet. It's gonna rot your teeth out. It's gonna do all these bad, horrible things. You have to make changes, like I said, slowly. And if I gotta, you know, have my diet soda until I can start drinking Crystal Light, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Make little changes. You know it's bad for you, but you know, like eventually you'll completely wash it away. So I remember when I first started drinking coffee, I had extra sugar, regular sugar. It was just so bad for me. But then I switched over. I have Splenda and fat-free creamer and like 1% milk, which is crazy amazing that I even do that now. And I don't even taste the difference. And it's really crazy that a couple of years ago I would never do that. That's just like a perfect example. You know it's bad for you, and after a while, like I really probably should switch from coffee to tea. But you know, I'm gonna try that, you know, one step at a time. But I feel as though that's what you guys should do too. And I'm not saying, oh, you can still drink juice. You need to cut out the stuff that you know is like completely bad for you. Like if it's 100% bad for you, cut it out. That's just my advice. I'm nobody special. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm just saying that's what I would do and that's what I have done. And I'm just giving you guys my advice of what I would do. People start having all these cravings. They don't know what they're supposed to eat and how they can just get away from it. Because sometimes you just need something salty and sometimes you just need something sweet. It's just, you know, an edible. It's what you need to have so you can shut up and go to sleep for the night and not have cramps and think about having so much, whatever, TMI. When you're craving ice cream, they have Skinny Cow ice cream that you can have. Skinny Cow ice cream comes in so many different flavors, and they have the Nutty Buddy cones, imitation of that, ice cream sandwiches. There's so much stuff you can get. I would recommend if you want ice cream to try Skinny Cow. But if you're not substituting sugar, you're probably gonna be like, ugh, you're gonna taste it and you're gonna want to throw up. You have Splenda in your diet, or Sweet and Low, Equal, whatever your preference, or Truvia. And then you probably will like the ice cream a little bit better. If I want a chocolate tomorrow, I would either go get hot chocolate. They have the one that's not sweetened with real sugar. It's with the sweeteners they put in it. So I would get hot chocolate. I would get chocolate animal crackers, or animal crackers if I just want that, because that's low in fat too. Granola bars. If I had self-control, I would have Fiber One bars. Cereal dry if you want. You don't have to necessarily put milk in it just because it's cereal. That's a good snack. Even candy, they have sugar-free candy that you can have. My favorite is Lifesavers. They have Lifesavers, like the cherry flavored ones that taste so good. I don't know about the chocolate, the sugar-free chocolate. I don't know about that. When I was reading the Eat This Not That book, they said when you walk into a supermarket, a fully stocked supermarket, when you walk into there everything along the walls is what you should be having more of. So when you walk in the supermarket, what do you see? You see the fruits, the vegetables, the daily meat, your eggs, your milk, your bread. They have all this stuff lying around, and everything inside of the market, the little aisles, is the stuff you need to get less of. Stay your behind on the outskirts of the market and then you'll be okay. And they also say, which is crazy, that some of the healthier selections are not on eye level. Companies actually pay stocking fees. They actually pay to have their items on a certain stock. Most people in the supermarket, they don't have enough time. They're always in a rush, and they go and they're looking for something, and they see the first thing, they pull it, and then bring it home, and then they read it and be like, hey, I'm not gonna waste money and throw this out, so I'm gonna just eat it, and then that's how you mess up. When you're going shopping, make sure you're looking for reduced fat, fat-free, you know, sugar-free, that's with sweeteners, you know, so it still has some type of taste to it, you know, so just make sure you're looking for stuff like that, low calories. Read the labels, read everything that that label says. I would definitely pay attention to calories, fat, sugars, and carbs. Whole grain and multi-grain. That's another thing I was like, what is the difference? I thought it was like the same thing for the longest time. Whole grain means that the entire grain kernel has been used to make that product, and multi-grain means that more than one type of grain was used, meaning that there's a lot more artificial crap in it. So if you have to pick between multi-grain and whole grain, then of course go with the whole grain. Really take that time to see what you're putting in your basket and what you're gonna take home. You know, people are looking at you like, she's reading the labels. Like, that's all every time she's taking a step and she's taking to another shelf and reading the label again. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Be your own nutritionist, be your own health advisor. You know your body better than anybody else, seriously. So like when you ask me questions, it's not that I don't want to share information with you. That's not what it is. Just because I like stuff that a lot of people will frown upon. I like oatmeal. Like, I like oatmeal, like, for real. Make sure you always eat in proportions, read the labels, bag things up in 100-calorie baggies. If you can prepare your own food, prepare your own food. Try to shift away from packaged or processed food and make the food yourself if you have time, but if you can't, do what you have to do to get through. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you comment below, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.